I know, you've all been waiting for this, so here you go. Look at all the Volbeat records. This is Jacob Hansen's studio. I don't know what it's called. But I'm in here working on drums. This is John's kit he's going to use. Did toms yesterday, toms and kicks. Today will be snare drum day, cymbal day. We have many cymbals to choose from. Placey sent quite a few cymbals. I'm going to put up what I think we're going to use, but I'm sure we'll change something. Over here we have bags and bags of cymbals. Bags and then box of cymbals. So we'll be going through that. We'll be getting rid of a lot of this stuff as not to change the acoustics of the room. And just another prep day. And then tomorrow I have a day off. And then Monday we get sounds. And the band comes in on Tuesday. So yeah, I'm going to get to work on snare drums. I'll see you all soon. I think I'm just going to see where it's at and then go from there. The reason I put it on a drum throne is to muffle the bottom head. You might have seen me do it with toms. Today I'm doing Jons snare drums, and I'm using the TuneBot Gig, actually. I think it's the better of the TuneBots, for me anyway. I'm sure people like the standard TuneBot. It has a little more, some more features. It's a little more complicated to use though, so that's kind of why I like this one. So I don't always use it. I haven't been using the TuneBot that long, maybe for the last half a year maybe. But I like it. I think it's good. I think to check my work, you know, I tune by ear, and then I use the TuneBot to kind of check how accurate it is, and then I fine tune it with that. And if I'm looking for a specific note, it definitely helps, because I don't know exactly by ear what note I'm getting. So anyway, how the TuneBot works is you put it on the rim, in between two tension rods, any two tension rods. Make sure it's on there secure. And you just turn it on, and then you tap near a lug. And the light will go on when it actually picks it up. So sometimes you have to hit it harder. So I use a stick usually. So I'll start with this one, and it's telling me it's a C, fourth, and it's a little sharp. But what I do is I try to get every tension rod to be a C at that point, because that's the way I initially tuned it. So we'll see what this one is. That says it's a C, a little sharp. C. C. Good. That's right on. A little sharp. Really sharp. Really sharp. A little sharp. Okay, so they're all C, so pretty accurate. That's good. That says something about the heads. The level 360 Evans heads are pretty even all the way around when you initially put them on, and then I do a couple turns on each tension rod. If I want to go lower, I actually have to check these because when I prepped them in the warehouse, I can't remember how many turns I did, so I'll have to check them. But this is a HD dry head, so it's got a little less overtone. But let me see where they're at here. Yeah, it's only one turn. Okay, so what I would do is I go around and try to get them, since we're at a C right now, I try to get them all to be right on instead of sharp. Because right now most of them are sharp, and that way they'll be more accurate with each other. Okay, cool. Okay, that's with no buffering, but they're all in tune with each other pretty much, so. Then I put them on the stand. I'll put it on the stand and see what it sounds like. And I might, put some muffling on it, but we'll see what it sounds like. This is an 8x14 hybrid exotic. This is what John uses live, actually. Pretty low. It's pretty low. It's got no ring to it. Pretty solid snare drum. So, I mean, I could go higher with it. We'll see what the mic hears, and I just say I'll leave that drum the way it is, and we'll figure it out when we start getting sounds. So I'll move on to the next drum. All right, next snare drum is going to be his drum gear snare drum. He's got a couple of these. He's got this is a bronze, I believe. It has a Genera HD Evans head on it. Not sure how I tuned this one, so I'm just gonna see what pitch it tells me it is. Let's see. This one's a 6.5 by 14. So this one's a D so far. D, 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 D. Okay. All the way around seems to be D, and all but one is, they're all flat. So I'm just going to tune it to D and see what happens. So we'll go a little sharper with these here. Get them. Really? Weird. So, I mean, you could spend a lot of time getting every tension rod to read right up the middle so that it's exactly a D sharp 4. That's what this is reading. You'll see that. If you see the little dial, If it's off to the left, it's a little flat. If it's off to the right, it's a little sharp. And then the frequency's up top. So you could spend a long time fine-tuning to get it to really be up center, but I don't do that. I mean, unless I have to, because, oh, man, if the drum sounds good, freaking leave it. If it sounds the way you want it to sound. All right, so I'm going to leave that at a D, just to hear what the drum sounds like. And this drum probably will have a lot of ring, so I'll eventually muffle it. Let's see what it sounds like. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, sounds really good. I've always liked this drum actually. I have a feeling we're going to be using this one. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so that was that. That was done. The last one's going to be, it's kind of like a Black Beauty, a Ludwig Black Beauty, but that's the next one. Which way to go? Well, there's more C sharp ones, and the bronze one was tuned to D. So I might actually get this one down to D to match the bronze, because this bronze sounded really good with the top head at D. So I'm going to take all the C sharp ones and bring them to D. And that D, let's start with a D, and that's D. And get that one tuned right to, try to get as close to center as possible. Oh, by the way, this drum has a different head too, so this is the head John uses live. It's a heavyweight head, so it has a reinforced center on the inside of the head, double ply head. The other two are double ply heads, but they don't have the reinforcement. So all these drums have different heads on them, so they're going to sound a little different than each other. That's good. Better. Okay. All right. Just by me getting the other two closer to the center of D, brought this third tension rod to D, and it was at C before. So they do affect each other. They're all really close to each other. I was looking at the frequencies too. It's 295 hertz. They're all very close to 295, 294. Okay, good. So, let's see what this one sounds like. Higher and solid. So we have 3 different sounding snare drums to choose from. I have other drums with different heads on them, so I am going to tune those and get them to a good start point. And then we have all these different drums to choose from, so it's pretty cool. I mean, I only have 3 different types of drums, but I have different heads on all of them, so, and depending on what notes I tune them to, I can make them all sound a little different, so it's pretty good. And the tune bot definitely helps me with making sure that at least the heads are in tune. Each tension rod's in tune with each other, and the head's in tune with its, with itself. So there you go. I would say the biggest thing to remember when you're tuning a snare drum is, or any drum, okay? Let's not even just say snare drums. I did toms yesterday too, but get them in tune with themselves, but get them the way you want them to sound. You don't have to go by charts or certain notes or whatever, unless that's what it's called for, but ultimately they're your drums, so make them sound the way you want them to sound. Get the tones you want to get out of the drums. There are specific tones, certain drums are made to play. Like you're not going to tune an 8-inch tom down so low, trying to get a 13 or a 14-inch size drum out of an 8-inch, or vice versa. So realize the tone range those drums are limited to, or made for, I should say. So you want to stay in that range, but get them sounding the way you want it to sound. And if you like it, leave it. All right? If you need to put a little muffling on it, big deal. Do it. I'm going to be doing that to these drums too, because the mics hear stuff, especially when you're in the studio, the mics hear things that you might not hear. So you might need to muffle this or muffle that. Do it. Whatever makes it sound good. Okay? And don't obsess over it for too long. You could spend hours and hours and hours obsessing on it. Once you get it to a point where you really like it, leave it. All right. See you soon.